Welcome back, everyone. This is GTA Failer. In our last vehicles video, we tackled the Patriot, and in this video, we begin with the Perennial. There are 4 fixed spawns of the Perennial, and it can be paint sprayed and crushed. Reading from the wiki, the Perennial is a station wagon and minivan in GTA 3, Vice City, San Andreas, Liberty City Stories, Vice City Stories, GTA 4 and its episodes, and GTA Chinatown Wars. It's manufactured by Dinka in the HD universe. So we'll take a look at the design. In GTA 3 and Vice City and San Andreas, the car's design resembles a 1962 to 1969 Chevy 2 Nova wagon, with the front and the taillights taken from the Austin A40 Farina Mark I. The Perennial also seems to be inspired by a plethora of wagons from the 1960s, such as the 1970 to 1986 Jeep Grand Wagoneer, the Fiat 1100R Familiare, the Peugeot 404, or a Peugeot 504 wagon. The vehicle remained mostly the same with certain differences in terms of details in those games. I won't get into the details here. And moving on to the performance, the underpowered front-wheel drive Perennial is quite sluggish. Acceleration is highly lacking, as is speed, but the handling is responsive but quite heavy and is prone to oversteer and rolling. It is, however, quite sturdy and can withstand significant damage before catching fire and exploding. Okay, looking at the prominent appearances and missions, the Perennial is required at the Shoreside Vale Import-Export Garage. And then taking a look at the notable owners. So Marty Chonks owns a Perennial, and it also says Phil Cassidy, but again, there isn't one in this game for Phil, so maybe that's in a different game. And then lastly, the trivia as we make our way to our first jump, the pier. The Perennial's name may be a reference to the fact that the vehicle reappears in the same form in various GTA games. Well, I don't understand that, because when they made GTA 3, they didn't know. I mean, I guess they were working on Vice City at the time, but they didn't know how big GTA 3 was going to be. And did they know that this silly little station wagon was going to be one that recurred over and over through all the different various GTA games? I don't know. The word perennial means lasting or continuing throughout the year. In GTA 3, the default radio station for whenever you enter a perennial is Keja. According to the Capital Autos website, the perennial in GTA 3 was known as the Maurice early during development of the game. Okay, so can the perennial land a single jump here? Let's see. Not looking so good. And that's the end of that. So no jumps completed by the Perennial. Up next is the police car, which has 6 spawns scattered around the map. I will show you all of them as usual. The police car is not paint sprayable, but it is crushable. And actually, I think the police car, the other one in this police station here, is maybe the only fixed spawn in the entire series that I'm not going to get into. It just turns out to be locked, and I just was too lazy to re-roll the dice and reload my save file and keep doing that until I got a lucky roll where both of these police cars were unlocked in the same attempt. So whatever. Don't care about this particular police car. It's the worst one in the game. Okay, so getting harassed by police, that's okay. We're just doing a job here. All right, so let's read from the wiki as I drive to the back of the police station to show you another one of the fixed spawns. The police or police car is a prominent emergency vehicle appearing in the 3D universe games. The general design of the police car varies in accordance with the game's settings, but they retain the same sedan design that is also shared with the taxi. These renditions are based on real-life police vehicles used around their corresponding eras. So in GTA 3 through Liberty City Stories, the police car resembles a cross between the Chevy Caprice and a Ford Crown Victoria. An early pre-release concept rendering shows that the police car in this game was also influenced by the 1994 to 1997 Audi A6, as the early model bears a strong resemblance to one, down to the little bumps for the headlight washers. It is the primary vehicle of the LCPD between 1998, that's Liberty City Stories, and here in GTA 3, 2001. Okay, I wish I had more time to read about the police car here, but spoilers, it's not going to do well. 2 police cars are seen driving in the introductory mission, Give Me Liberty, up the side of the bridge. And police cars are appearing in the fuzzball. 2 of them are parked in front of the old school hall only during that mission. And any trivia, if the player looks carefully on the grill, one can see a blue oval manufacturer badge, which resembles the one which real-life car company Ford uses. Oh, that's cool. All right, so GTA 3 police cars arguably have the most realistic sirens compared to the other renditions in the 3D universe. Okay, so moving on, P for pony. There are 4 pony fixed spawns. The pony is sprayable and crushable. Reading from the wiki, the pony is a medium-sized civilian and commercial van featured in both the 3D and HD universes. It is manufactured by Brute in the HD universe. Between GTA 3 and Vice City Stories, the pony is depicted as a generic medium-sized van that has appeared in 2 different forms. In GTA 3 and Liberty City Stories, the pony features a modern appearance with a high roof compared to the Rumpo's lower roof and resembles a slightly generic 1992 to 1996 Ford Econoline. So I won't read about the other version, the Vice City and San Andreas and Vice City Stories version. In all its incarnations, the pony is capable of carrying 4 passengers, 2 in the front, 2 in the back, and can be found driving around industrial areas. Okay, performance. I don't know, crummy. That's my esteemed account of the pony's performance. In GTA 3 and Liberty City Stories, despite being a van, the pony is able to accelerate finely and reach top speed very quickly, making it one of the best vans in the games. I don't know, it's still a van. It stinks. Although the steering isn't as favorable, it can easily be overcome by using the handbrake on sharp turns and corners. Right. Okay, moving on as we drive our pony over the Callahan Bridge. The variants in this game, we've got the Panlantic is a variant of the pony. In Vice City, the Top Fun vans are variants. In Liberty City Stories, the Toys vans are variants of the pony. I don't know why I don't see the Toys vans from GTA 3 here in the list of variants. In GTA 3, there is a special black pony this is in Vice City. I was thinking of it looks like the FBI car from the one mission. I think we do it for Asuka or Ray. I forget which one. I'm so underprepared. Anyway, there's a black pony in Vice City, a special pony, a teal pony in San Andreas. Oh, that looks pretty cool. All right, heading over the bridge to Shoreside to our favorite jump. And prominent appearances and missions. Right here. A unique black pony is available in the mission Under Surveillance. I don't know why that wasn't in the variants section of this webpage. The pony is required for the Portland Import-Export Garage. And then taking a look at the trivia section, similar to the Burrito, which I think is a van in San Andreas and maybe some other games. The pony is named after a small horse, Pony and Burrito, which references its utilitarian design and purpose, like the mule we talked about already. The pony doesn't have a default radio station in GTA 3, and it says there's a glitch in Vice City where if you take the pony to a pay and spray, it emerges with its front bumper facing the opposite direction towards the rear. Simply parking the vehicle in the garage and allowing the garage door to close will restore the bumper's alignment. This problem is also present on GTA Vice City's Rumpo. Okay, so the pony, Ofer, no successful landed jumps. It gets a big fat donut for the score. Next up, this is exciting times. It's the RC Bandit. So there are no fixed spawns for the RC Bandit, but you can find 4 of them by doing the 4 RC missions. I'm not going to redo the missions, but I'll just get into all of the 4 Toys vans here. Officer, science, we're doing science here. This is an educational channel. We don't condone violence here. So I'll just show you all 4 of the RC car starting points, because then you can see each of the 4 kind of fixed spawns for the RC car. I'm also going to count this as me getting into all of the Toys vans. There's exactly 4 fixed spawns, and you're seeing them here. So when we get to the Toys van later in this series of vehicle videos, I won't bother going back into the Toys vans again, or at least I won't do all of them. I will do the Toys van jump. Okay, and then here we are at the last Toys van, and this is the one that I'm going to use for the RC car unique stunt jumps. We'll try to do the 2 jumps in this vehicle. I'm going to speed up the drive over to each of the 2 unique jumps to a quadruple speed, just because the RC car is super slow. Okay, the RC Bandit, also known as simply the RC or the RC car or the RC buggy, is a small radio-controlled car that's available for use in several missions in the 3D universe. In all of its appearances, the RC Bandit is primarily used as either a controllable bomb or for racing. The design has remained virtually unchanged from GTA 3 and San Andreas, but in Liberty City Stories, there is some redesign stuff happening. The GTA 3 rendition originally features only one color scheme, while the other renditions support a wider range of colors, including blue, red, yellow, and green. So here there was a cut because I needed to start this thing again. I didn't have time to make the drive to the grass ramp unique jump and also the pier unique jump. I only have 2 minutes and I couldn't do them both. So making the long drive here in quadruple speed. Okay, performance is as expected. It's small, it's light, it's highly nimble with excellent acceleration, but has a low top speed. Super low. Holy cow. Prominent appearances in missions is the four RC car missions here, and then also the mission Toyminator, where you use the RC car to try to blow up 3 armored Secura cars. And so I'm going to cut to me starting Toyminator in this video right after we almost make it across that jump. So here I'm starting the Toyminator something or other mission, and this is the one where if you hold F to get in and immediately back out, you can actually grab and control this car. But first, I think you have to save the game. If you try to get in now, even putting another vehicle on top of it, I think the game crashes. Okay, so I think that's what we're doing here, saving and then reloading, and then I can, ouch. And then I can grab this one. Reading from the wiki, RC Bandit is a play on Arse Bandit, another sexual joke by Rockstar. In the RC racing game Revolt, which is not I don't think that's a whatchamacallit, Rockstar game. In that game, there is a vehicle called the RC Bandit. The name of RC Bandit may also come from the real life RC car called the Traxxas Bandit. And again, if you try to get into this vehicle without doing the funny save thing and then putting a car on top, the game will crash. Okay, and then last vehicle in this video is the Rhino. So there's exactly one fixed spawn. It's right here at Phil's. It is this Rhino appears during the one fail mission, One-Armed Bandit, I think it's called. No, Arm Supply. And it's supposedly not enterable, but we did kind of glitch our way into that vehicle, even though we weren't supposed to be able to. Otherwise, this tank is only available after you complete the exchange, which is the final story mission in the game. The Rhino is not pay and sprayable or crushable. I think I didn't mention about the RC Bandit. Not pay and sprayable, but it is crushable, surprisingly. But I think you have to be like in it in order to have it be crushed. Although maybe you can do it during the one of the RC missions. You just drive it right over there. I have a hazy memory of seeing the RC Bandit get crushed during a much earlier video in this series. Okay, so talking about the Rhino here, it was renamed to be called the, sorry, I don't know what I'm talking about. This is also not the last vehicle in this mission. I'm just all out of sorts here, gang. Okay, from the wiki and advertisement, 60 tons of fun, a heavily armored battle tank with a 1500 horsepower turbine engine and a 120 millimeter cannon, the Rhino delivers a hell of a lot of bang for your buck. Much like its namesake, the Rhino is slow on the turn, surprisingly fast on the charge, and generally terrifying to anyone in the vicinity. One of the few vehicles still manufactured in America. Great for doomsday preppers, indeed. Okay, the design does not appear to be directly based on any real-life military vehicle. However, its front end does bear some resemblance to that of the six-wheeled M93 Fox reconnaissance vehicle, and the sides belong to the design of the Panhard ERC-90. Okay, good to know. It's generally pretty slow, but if you use the turret pointed behind you, you can get a pretty high top speed. So we're going to try this jump here, and I'm still firing. I don't know why, just fun. But I'm not going to land this one, but I am going to use a cheat code just to spawn a tank, just for kicks, so that I can try the other jump in a Rhino. But the official score is 0, whether or not I land the upcoming jump. Prominent appearances in missions, so it's required for the import-export crane over in Portland. Let's see here, notable owners, Phil Cassidy. Yeah, I guess so. He does have a tank that shows up there after the final mission. Okay, and then from the trivia section, the Rhino may have gotten its name from a World War II era German tank destroyer called the Nashorn. I don't know how rhino comes from. Oh, here it is. The name, that is the German word for rhinoceros, Nashorn. Okay, cool. And then in San Andreas, when the rhino is viewed from afar, its low detailed LOD model, I don't know what that is, LOD model resembles the Grand Theft Auto model of the same, though with a beige color. In the artworks, one of the artworks for Liberty City Stories, the rhino is depicted with tracks. Yeah, like most tanks I think have. Okay, so we did land this jump, but we're not going to count it as a victory. The rhino has a score of 0. Okay, two left in this video, two vehicles left. Next up is the Rumpo with a whopping 9, count them, 9 fixed spawn locations. I think that's definitely the most we've had so far in this video series on vehicles, and I think it's the most of any vehicle in the game. 9 Rumpos. It is pay and sprayable. It is crushable. Let's see here. Reading from the wiki and an advertisement. What happens in the back stays in the back. The #1 best-selling van among kidnappers and molesters for over 30 years. Oh goodness. I know I'm playing a game very much geared towards adults, but sometimes it goes over the line, in my opinion, in terms of bad taste. The Rumpo is a van featured in the 3D and HD universes. In the HD universe, it's manufactured by Bravado. In GTA 3 and Liberty City Stories, the van appears to be based on a first-generation Dodge Ram van with the side paneling of a Ford van. A design trait unique to this rendition of the Rumpo are the small 70s-style windows located at the rear of the van. This Rumpo, this particular spawn that I'm going to right now, was locked something like 5 straight times. It was quite annoying. The van spawns in a variety of primary colors for the body and different tones of gray for the bumpers and headlight surroundings. All right, still showing you more of the 9 Rumpos. Eventually, we'll take one over to the jump. When originally introduced in GTA 3, the Rumpo is fairly fast, but with average handling and a tendency to two-wheel and tip over under rough cornering. No kidding. Okay, let's see here. There's some confusion regarding the names and designs of the Rumpo, the Burrito, and the Pony throughout the 3D universe. In GTA 3, the Rumpo chiefly resembles a Dodge Ram van. In subsequent games, however, the Ram van-derived vehicle is named the Burrito. And in GTA 3, the Pony is a large van with an elevated roof. In Vice City and San Andreas, the Rumpo inherited this design, and the Pony was given a new one. Yeah, so it seems like Rockstar just kind of confused the names of some of these vans. That's unfortunate. Okay, there is a variant of the Rumpo in this game called the Hood's Rumpo XL. Oh, well, we've already talked about that one. And then in GTA 3, there's a unique all-black Rumpo with black trims appearing during the mission Under Surveillance as a vehicle occupied by 2 targets, which the player must kill. To acquire the van, the player must open fire at the vehicle at close range using a gun, forcing the occupants to exit the vehicle. Okay, fair enough. So here we are, attempt at the first jump. Let's go. Don't have a lot of faith in this one. The Rumpo rolls quite easily in my experience, so we'll see what happens. Prominent appearances and missions. So in Big and Veiny, up in Hepburn Heights, hey, Rumpo got a point. The player drives a Rumpo to track down a thief, which also who also owns a Rumpo parked at the docks at the trail's end. The same Rumpo must then be delivered behind the adult video store, XXX something or other. And then in the mission Under Surveillance, Claude must eliminate 3 groups of surveillance crews. The one found in Torrington drives a Rumpo, and the Rumpo is required at the Portland Import-Export Garage. And surprise, surprise, the Rumpo is on the board now with a score of 2, silencing the critics. Okay, in Vice City, San Andreas, and Vice City Stories, the renditions of the Rumpo feature a cosmetic glitch in which any Rumpo... Am I just reading the same thing? Did we not read this before when we were talking about the pony? I'm just going crazy. I feel like I'm repeating myself here. All right, let's see. Rumpo is a British English slang term for sexual intercourse. Of course it is. Coincidentally, it is also Latin for I burst, Rumpo. Humorously, the first mission requiring the use of the vehicle involves collecting stolen pornographic magazines. Yeah, I had to look up donkey porn for the research of that episode, and I cannot unsee that. Ugh. Okay, so can the Rumpo get a score of 3 here, or is it stopped at 2? It's on fire, but if we can get on the wheels, we'll give it the point. No, sir. Okay, respectable score of 2 for the Rumpo. All right, and now finally, the last vehicle in this mission is the secure car. which has been renamed in some later GTA games to the Stockade. So, from the wiki, it's a dangerous world out there, so how can you protect yourself? How about doing the rational thing and purchasing a Stockade armored van? Workable, reliable, and bulletproof. Is there anything the Stockade isn't good for? Well, getting anywhere fast. The Stockade, formerly named Secure Car, is an armored van first introduced in GTA 3. The vehicle has appeared in every single game since then, with the only exceptions being Advance and Chinatown Wars. In the HD universe, it's manufactured by Brute. The Secure Car was initially designed with a heavy, robust truck-based body. And in a bunch of the games, including this one, the truck's design is based on that of a 1990s model GMC Top Kick, with a thick defense on the front that protects the radiator and an angled design. If the rear doors are removed, the player can see boxes of, quote, loot in the back. They are conveniently labeled loot. The Secure Car in Vice City also has a bulletproof windshield. Oh, I want that. These renditions of the Secure Car have Gruppe 6, that German-looking word logo on the side and rear, and the van is always blue. The Secure Car has no fixed spawns. You'll recall that I showed you a fixed spawn of the Secure Car on Portland in the, sorry, not a fixed spawn, but I found a Secure Car for you in Portland in the wild and also on Staunton in the wild. But after 10 minutes of searching, I found no Secure Cars in the wild on Shoreside Vale. The Secure Car is sprayable, but not crushable, surprisingly. I didn't think it'd be heavy enough, but I mean, I guess it's an armored vehicle, so that adds a lot of weight. So you cannot crush this thing. Performance, I'm going to skip. We'll just say it is slow as molasses. Okay, prominent appearances and missions. So in Van Heist, Claude has to steal a Secure Car for Joey. In Escort Service, needs to protect a Secure Car and the old Oriental gentleman inside. In Decoy, Claude needs to drive a Secure Car to distract the cops for Donald Love for, I think it's 3 minutes. And then, of course, the Secure Car is required at the Portland Import-Export Garage. And here we go with attempt at the first jump. Let's see how it does. Secure Car is, the name is a combination of the word security and car and a reference to the British security company G4S, formerly Group 4 Secure Car. All right, so Secure Car got no jumps. It is a lowly 0 score for this vehicle. Better luck next time. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you real soon.